We're so glad that you've joined us here on Mom Talk. I'm Anna, and joining me today we have Christine and Judy. So we're talking about how do we handle childcare? How do you handle childcare? It's always a little bit tricky. So Christine, I'm curious to know, how do you handle it in your house?
Well, we've handled it in various ways. And so right now I have a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old and an 8-year-old. So usually my 16-year-old is home with the kids when we have babysitting. Even we're down to the point where if the 16-year-old has to be somewhere, the 14-year-old.
Right.
So Cole is our main babysitter.
Okay.
You know, the kids did the high school CDC program, the child development program, and their child development teacher had a list of some of the girls who were taking that child development class.
Yeah.
Oh, that's helpful.
And they were interested in babysitting. So, and you could kind of see which kid like connected with your kid at class when you went to pick them up, or you could ask your teacher, and so that was helpful too. But then friends, like I've gotten them from friends. My worst babysitting experience was a little girl that I got from the park. We were playing, and she had said, "Hey, I babysit." And she was a homeschool girl, and very sweet, and she babysat her little sisters. And that night after she babysat, she said, "Well, Graham cried a little bit more before bed than I expected him to." And I said, "Well, did he eat his dinner?" And she was like, "Oh, well, no. Cole wasn't hungry, so I didn't feed Graham." And I said, "Well, what about his bedtime bottle? Did he take his bedtime bottle?" And she went,
Oh, no.
so she never fed him.
Oh, no.
I don't think you ever had her back again,
That was
did
my
you?
lesson.
Yes, right. Wow.
But I think Jacinda has a video for us too.
We love Cole! When I say the word babysitter to you, you're probably thinking about a responsible teenage girl that you know. But I challenge you to think outside the stereotype. One of our favorite babysitters is Cole, Christine's son. And why do we like Cole so much? 2 reasons. He knows what it's like to be a boy, and he knows what it's like to have brothers. So he knows just how to help our guys have fun.
So awesome.
Oh, I love that.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Oh, what a nice thing, especially for, I hope Cole gets to hear that too.
I do too.
Very neat.
I do too.
So childcare for me, I have to say I've had it very easy because I have so much family that lives in the area. My in-laws and my parents. So pretty much grandma has always been the babysitter. There was a time where I couldn't get either grandma or aunts or anybody else to babysit. And so I did kind of look to see what teenage girls I knew who were responsible. And so I did reach out to them. I was appalled, though, at what they're charging for babysitting. She charged $20 an hour. And
$20 an hour?
A teenager?
Yes, and my kids were not even babies. They were a little bit older. And so, but she had gone through the babysitter course and knew CPR. And so,
way too much.
Oh, I thought that was a bit
But you were in a bind, right? So you had to.
So I had to do it. But I did put down the rules of there will be no phones on. Like I didn't want her playing on the phone. I wanted her engaging with the kids. And so I think that it's okay to put down some of those ground rules for babysitters and make sure that they are engaging with the kids. And I did have a wonderful Christian teenage girl babysit my kids a couple times, and she did devotions with them at night, and so that was fantastic. I think looking at possibly your church for teenagers and getting recommendations from people is really nice.
Right, that's one thing our church has is they have our moms group. They have a list of girls that they recommend that other moms have used, so you trust them. And also they have once a month parents' night out thing, so it's really discounted that you can pay for it, but it goes towards the youth missions group. But what my husband and I do, it's divide and conquer, because very rarely do you have another friend, another mom, another person that wants to take 3, soon to be 4 children at that age.
That's true.
That close to age. So we got to get really creative, each of us individually, with okay, Daddy has to be here at this time, I'm gonna watch them, or I have to be here at this time. Daddy, if he can juggle his schedule, he'll watch them. And then if we have to send them somewhere, most of our support system's like an hour away. So we do have a neighbor who is like family. The kids call him uncle and stuff too. So oftentimes if his schedule allows, we'll do that, or else we have to drive an hour and do one person at a time. But what's really cool about that too, as far as money, a lot of people don't want us to give them a lot. And so we'll get creative. We'll do gift cards. We'll take their kid, or, you know, go back and forth. So I think you just got to be creative. And when you're creative, it works.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
But here at Mom Talk, we believe Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Bye.